I gotta do better. 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 What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. We got a nice special breakdown. A high vibrational breakdown, you feel me? Ab-Soul just dropped a new music video called Do Better. And if you on that path of self-growth, if you on that path of enlightenment, if you're on that path of accountability, if you're on that path of change, if you're on that path of just self self-awareness, then this song might be perfect for you. Ab-Soul, as y'all know, I break down the most lyrical, the top-notch artists, in my opinion, the best people who swing their sword. You feel me? Ab-Soul has been personally probably my top 5 all-time artists, and maybe top 1 in regards to like the relativity, his subject matter, and just his essence, who he is, type of person he is. I've been told the way I write in my style has vestiges of Ab, and that's because I've been an avid fan since I've not discovered him, but since I found him on the radar. And this song just, you know what I'm saying, icing on the cake. Do better. So without, you feel me, rambling too much, I'm going to just break down the content at hand. Do better. Now, the first entry, it's a video too, so go check out the video. The first line, he's sitting down and he's free versing, no beat. He says, the know-it-all that's always wrong, but I be claiming them advanced. This my second chance. So for me, right there, it's just the dichotomy, the paradox, the contradiction of life just existing. Like, you get to a point, some people get to a point of consciousness where they know, they have awareness to where they know a lot. And they might know more than the average subject. Their awareness is at a capacity to where they have a lot of knowledge that other people can't expound or explain, but they have it. But in knowing that they have this heightened level of awareness, they get to the point of knowledge of knowing that they could never know entirely. So when he says this first line, to me it resonates directly to me, because it's like, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know shit. The beauty of being wrong, in stores today. Hold on, let me see if I got my book somewhere in this car, which we should. The beauty of being wrong, in stores today, go get that. The know-it-all who always wrong. So that's how I be looking at myself a lot of the times. But I be claiming them advanced. Like, I'm always wrong, but I be claiming them advanced. Like the irony. This my second chance. That's also a contradiction. The second chance is only twice. His second chance. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way to draw conclusions to this life is what I get from that. You feel me? The know-it-all who's always wrong, but I be claiming I'm advanced. This my second chance. Just a state of the human being, the human condition. And the hook, somebody singing the hook, I don't know who it is. Shout out to them. He said, they will always haunt my dreams. The green twins in your eyes. I don't know what that means. The green twins in your eyes, they will always haunt my dreams. I gotta look that reference up. If y'all get the reference, let me know. But I'm sure with Ab, every bar, every word ties into the overall essence of doing better and being better in progress. And with that being said, he drops into the hook. I gotta do better. 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 I gotta do better today. Gotta do better before it's too late. Now, I like this hook. It's so powerful because it's repeating an affirmation that we all have to know. No matter how good you're doing, no matter how fly you think you are, you can be flyer. You can be greater. You can be better. No matter who you are, no matter what it is you're doing, there's room for improvement. That's just the nature of the world. So I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I felt that in my bones already. It was already a hit before he said a bar. To me. Then he goes into his lines. Said, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta pick up the pieces and master the puzzle with Panas. Look, look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest. Slow down time. Get back in line with my chakras. So right there, pick up the pieces and master the puzzle with Panas. The metaphor of this life. I gotta get it together, pick up the pieces, and master the puzzle of life. That's upon us. When I pick up the pieces to my shit, it'll fit in this puzzle of life. And master the puzzle upon us. Look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest. That's key. That's the accountability part. Look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest. Because if you want to grow, if you want to change, you gotta look yourself in the eye and tell yourself the truth. Acknowledge your flaws, acknowledge your weaknesses, acknowledge your strengths, acknowledge it all. But looking at man in the mirror is with no ignominy, with no shame. This is for growth. This is for the spirit. This ain't for the ego. A lot of people can't look themselves in the mirror. This song likely not for them. Look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest. Slow down time. Get back in line with my chakras. Slow down time. Get back in line with my chakras. Your chakras, your energy source, your essence, top to bottom. So if you're in alignment, it's like homeostasis, it's like tranquility, it's like peace, and overall it's wellness for you to have your chakras in alignment. And when you have them in alignment, from my perspective, time becomes a different form of relativity, like the Matrix. Slow down time so you see shit at a different speed. You feel me? Different bandwidth in which you perceiving shit, to where time seems to be slowed down when you're in alignment. It's easier to pick up signals. You look patient on the surface because the ball coming like this to everybody else, but to you it's coming like that. It's like, whoop. Oh man, I seen that ball a mile away. So that's a bar to me. Slow down time. Get back in line with my chakras. Reach for the galaxy. Leave stardust for thus after me. Enter the void, fill in the cavity. Risk the reward if that's how it's gotta be. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta. Oh, hold on, let me say it in the cadence. Back in line with my chakras. Reach for the galaxy. Leave stardust for thus after me. Enter the void, fill in the cavity. So enter the void again. If you're reaching for the galaxy, leave stardust for thus after me. So people find my remnants to their own path. You feel me? I'm trailblazing. You feel me? And then enter the void. The void, that cosmic realm, that black hole, enter the void, fill in the cavity. You know, fill in the cavity. The cavity is void. When you fill the cavity with that shit, that's entering a void. So that's a metaphor right there. Enter the void of space, and I'm filling that cavity. Risk the reward if that's how it has to be. So whatever I got, whatever I've gained, in order for my path of growth, enlightenment, consciousness, the betterment of myself, I'll risk what I got. Because this is worth more than what I got. Risk the reward if that's what it's gotta be. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do everything in my power to try to do what gotta do. And that's, what is that? Like homonyms and homophones where it sounds the same but it's not the same. So I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do everything in my power to try to do what gotta do. Gotta do, gotta do. I gotta do, gotta do. Sounds the same, but it's different. Everything in my power to try to do what God do. So that higher consciousness, that essence inside of us, I think we're all God partially, but we gotta tap in. We don't tap in, we're not as godly. We're more manly. So I gotta do everything in my power to try to do what gotta do. The most righteous thing that I can do. Bar. Ride the tide. Don't fight with the current that guided you. The wave of life. That spectrum that's in you. Ride the tide. Don't fight with the current that guided you. So this spirit that's in you is what's leading you on your path and your journey. Don't fight your path and your journey and your mission. Ride the tide. Don't fight the current that guided you. Melt the eyes round the furnace burning inside of you. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. There's nothing they could do that I can't do better. Better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do better. Better yet, there's nothing I can do that. I want to say it in this cadence, but that shit ruffling my feathers. Better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do better. Yeah, I'm better. So, better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do better. So forget comparing me to them, you feel me? Because he says there's nothing they can do that I can't do better. But better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do better. Because it's not about comparing and contrasting other people. It's about me bettering for myself. So there's nothing I can do that I can't do better. It's a lot of things that I do good right now. I think I'm the shit, respectfully. But that don't mean I can't do those things better. So this is all about growth. That's all this song is about, is growth and accountability to me, and personal pain and trauma and all that good shit. Then the hook goes again. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. Gotta do better today. Gotta do better before it's too late. Then the second verse draws in. Shade stuck to my face, hoodie glued to my head. It's funny because look at me, hoodie glued to my head. I'm not a nigga privy to the shades, but it's his metaphor. Shade stuck to my face, hoodie glued to my head. Hiding from the same world that made me who I am. So it's his vibe, his essence is off-put into this world. When you become of a certain essence, you don't feel like you of this world, so you become an introverted ass type nigga. From my perspective, shade stuck to my face, hoodie glued to my head. Hiding from the same world that made me who I am. Deep breaths, can't even get out of bed. Too blessed to be so stressed. I do all this shit just to say get off my dick. Mixed emotions prohibit my focus. This what you wanted, what's wrong with you? Hold on, this what you wanted, what's wrong with you? You don't make sense. Feel like I could flip at any moment. I'm getting this cadence all goofed up because Ab-Soul, he's somebody who boxes unorthodox. So, and I heard the song like 4 or 5 times, but I don't have the cadence in my head like I should. But with him boxing unorthodox, it's hard to pick up the scheme, you feel me? Deep breaths, can't even get out of bed. I'm too blessed to be so stressed. I do all this shit just to say get off my dick. Mixed emotions prohibit my focus. So, mixed emotions, my feelings change and, you feel me, are fickle like most humans. Prohibit my focus because one day I could be locked on my journey, but the next day I feel like this. You know what? Fuck the world, nigga. Get off my nuts. You could feel like that and then it could deter you from your own focus. So that's just a little gem he's saying. I do all this shit just to say get off my dick. Mixed emotions prohibit my focus. This what you wanted. What's wrong with you? It don't make sense. Feel like a flip. Oh yeah, feel like I could flip at any moment. See, like his rhyme scheme is crazy. You gotta catch up, or you gotta slow down to catch up, cause it's not conventional. Deep breaths, can't even get out of bed. I'm too blessed to be so stressed. I do all this shit just to say get off my dick. Mixed emotions prohibit my focus. This what you wanted. What's wrong with you? It don't make sense. Feel like I could flip at any moment. Faces playing and it's fucking with me. Doing drugs was just a war with boredom, but it's sure to get me. Lord forgive me. See, I'm butchering the cadence, so forgive me for the cadence. Go back on the cadence, but the content is what we're paying attention to now. I could flip at any moment, so of course he's going through some things in his life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going through something. That's just the truth. You can't handle the truth? Shut off Dane's World. Everybody going through something. You feel me? So mixed emotions prohibit my focus. This is what you wanted. What's wrong with you? You don't make sense. So this hip hop artist, celeb, this is what you wanted. Why you feel like this? A lot of times we might have an illusion of what we want. When we get that, we realize it's not exactly what we want, or it doesn't fulfill us in the realm of happiness and wellness. So there's always a process. There's always a journey to be striving for, because you're never complete. That's the cold part about life. It's never over till it's over. Feel like I could flip at any moment. Faces playing and it's fucking with me. Doing drugs was just a war with boredom, but it's sure to get me. Lord forgive me. So he used drugs as a mechanism to escape from boredom. You feel me? A lot of us might do the same thing. You ain't got shit to do. You spark up a joint. You get a beer because you're bored. A war with boredom. I think that's heavy too, because what does it mean to be bored? That means you're spending your time. You're spending your time in a way that you don't approve of. So how do you fill the gaps of boredom? Spend time in a way in which you approve. It ain't gotta be drugs. It could be some hobbies that you've picked up that you like to do. It can be, uh, it can be just actualizing, finding out things about yourself in these moments of boredom. You know what I'm saying? But boredom is an indication of, in my opinion, it's an indication of, uh, I don't want to say a lack of acknowledgement, but it's an indication of a lack of introspection. You know what I'm saying? If you know you, you shouldn't be bored. That's how I consider it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Doing drugs was just a war with boredom, but it's sure to get me. Lord forgive me. Amen. Wear the crown of thorns for sport. I'm just waiting for the stone to hit me. That's the Jesus reference. You feel me? Wear the crown of thorns for sport. So that I'm godly just for the sport. I'm just waiting for the stone to hit me. That's his braggadocious way of saying he's godly. You feel me? And I like that line. Relationships on the rocks. My family all concerned. The homie still on the block, getting it off the curb. I'm stricken by survivor's guilt. I'm getting it off my words. Come on, Herb. Then the hook goes, you gotta do better. But let me break that down. Like, another dichotomy in his life, or another thing that's hurting him, is relationship on the rocks. My family all concerned. My homie still on the block, getting it off the curb. So he having problems in his life. Relationship on the rocks. My family all concerned. My homie still on the block, getting it off the curb. So they still hustling. I'm stricken by survivor's guilt. I'm getting it off my words. So Ab-Soul made it out his condition by rapping. He didn't have to get it off the curb. He had to bleed the block. He didn't have to go through that struggle. That imposes survival's guilt on him. Like, damn, I got out, but my niggas and my people still ain't get out. And this is a conundrum that many people who make it out of poverty have, because most of their people still lay in poverty, unfortunately. And Ab-Soul is just letting that be known. I'm stricken by survivor's guilt. I'm getting it off my words. Word. Come on, Herb. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. I gotta do better. Gotta do better. And then he keeps the hook going. Gotta do better today. Gotta do better before it's too late. And then he spills. He says his last couple words in the song. He said, I'm just grateful that I'm here, man. Grateful that I'm alive to share my testimony. I want to make this clear. I'm laughing because I cried enough. I cried enough about it, so I'm choosing to laugh now. Because I'm here standing tall, and I'm grateful. And that's how I'm choosing. I'm doing the work. You feel me? I'm doing what I gotta do. Therefore, the time, and a time for mourning and a time for grief, which there is always a time for when you lose something, but that time for him, he's saying, has passed. And in some spaces, for me, a lot of that, I'm in the same space, just in a different form. You know what I'm saying? Same essence, different form. So it's like, it's only so long you can weep and moan and cry and be angry over the bullshit, if the bullshit is inevitable. We've seen in our life that bullshit is going to come and go and come again and go again and come again. It's a part of the process. Nobody's going to have a clean life. Nobody's going to have the perfect, unobstructed life. It's going to be obstructions. So at some point you might reach a level to where it's like, you know what, I just laugh at the bullshit. I laugh now because I done cried before about it. And that completes Ab-Soul's Do Better song. Fire, I think, conceptual wise, my favorite artist, I've grown to have my favorite artists be heavily lyrical as well as heavily conceptual. I like the blend of both worlds. You might have an artist that's heavily lyrical without substance, and you might have an artist that's heavily conceptual without the lyrical capacity. I like the best of both worlds. And Ab-Soul, Kendrick Lamar, those two, and others, of course, 3 Stacks, as many others, they give me that blend to where I'm always going to promote them. I'm always going to shout them out because they're not only stretching the language with the wordplay, but they're giving you consciousness. They're feeding you on a level internally that provokes growth. And I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta. Anybody hears that, it will charge them to be better. And if it don't, then they're at a level to where they, you know what I'm saying, it's a seedling. You know what I'm saying? If you take offense to somebody saying you gotta do better, then it's not your time for you to actually be better. But it will be your time. But that's just my thoughts. Ab-Soul, Do Better. What up, my nigga out there in the cosmos? You might run across this video. Much love to you. Much love to everybody. Go get The Beauty of Being Wrong. You know, gotta shamelessly plug it. The sun is in the way, but you see it. The Beauty of Being Wrong in stores. Link is in the bio. Much love. Quick breakdown. Quick vibes.